Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. Today we have thought of giving you a dose of motivation, so let's set go. Success is one of the most misunderstood words in the world. Most people think success means money, a bigger house, a luxury car, a perfect lifestyle on social media. But the truth is far deeper than that. Real success is not built when the money arrives. It is built long before anyone notices you. Success begins with the person you become when nobody is watching. And in this video, we are going to break down the complete blueprint for becoming successful in every area of life, not just financially, but mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, socially, and professionally. Because there are people with money who are miserable, people with fame who are lonely, people with power who are broken inside, and then there are people who walk into a room with peace, confidence, clarity, purpose, and influence. That is real success. So today, we are going deep into the habits, environments, mindsets, disciplines, and decisions that separate average lives from extraordinary ones. And trust me, some of these truths may completely change the way you look at your future. Because success is not an accident, it is a design. And every successful person you admire, whether in business, sports, leadership, entertainment, or life, built themselves first before they built their results. So if you are ready to level up your life, your mindset, your confidence, your discipline, your income, your relationships, and your future, then watch this video until the very end. Because the last few lessons may be the ones that transform your life forever. Let's begin. The first thing you must upgrade if you want to become successful is your presence. Not your clothes, not your followers, not your status. Your presence. The way you carry yourself changes how the world responds to you. Before people hear your words, they feel your energy. Confidence speaks before you do. And no, confidence is not arrogance. Confidence is calm certainty. It is self-respect. It is self-control. It is knowing who you are without needing validation from everyone around you. Successful people understand this deeply. They take care of themselves. They maintain good hygiene. They dress with intention. They speak clearly. They make eye contact. They stand with posture. They smile with calm confidence. They develop emotional composure. And suddenly, doors start opening. Because people trust confidence. People respect discipline. People are drawn toward certainty. This does not mean you need to become fake. It does not mean pretending to be rich. It does not mean acting superior. It means becoming the best version of yourself. Even small improvements matter. Better grooming, better communication, better body language, better emotional control, better energy. These things compound over time. The world often reacts to how you present yourself before it discovers your talent. And many people destroy opportunities not because they lack intelligence, but because they lack presence. Now let's talk about something even more important, your circle. This may be one of the biggest predictors of your future. The people around you shape your standards, your thinking, your habits, your ambition, your emotional state, your expectations for life. If everybody around you complains, you will slowly normalize complaining. If everybody around you wastes time, you will slowly normalize mediocrity. If everybody around you fears growth, you will eventually shrink your dreams to fit the room. That is why successful people become extremely intentional about who they spend time with, not because they think they are better than others, but because environments are powerful. Energy spreads, mindsets spread, habits spread, standards spread. If you spend enough time around disciplined people, you become more disciplined. If you spend enough time around ambitious people, you begin thinking bigger. If you spend enough time around focused people, you stop tolerating distractions. Your circle can either expand your future or quietly destroy it. And one painful truth about growth is this: sometimes success requires distance, not hatred, not arrogance, not disrespect. Distance. Because not everybody assigned to your past belongs in your future. Some people only understand your current version. They become uncomfortable when you evolve. They mock your goals. They criticize your discipline. They laugh at your dreams. But remember this carefully. People who gave up on themselves will often try to convince you to do the same. Protect your vision. You do not need hundreds of powerful connections. Sometimes one mentor, one disciplined friend, one inspiring environment can completely change your trajectory. Now let's move to another pillar of success that many people ignore until it is too late: your health. A lot of people sacrifice their health trying to build wealth, then spend their wealth trying to recover their health. Your body is your foundation. Without energy, focus collapses, discipline collapses, productivity collapses, confidence collapses. Successful people understand that health is not optional. It is an investment. Exercise is not punishment. It is preparation. Sleep is not laziness. It is recovery. Healthy food is not restriction. It is fuel. Your body affects your mind. Your mind affects your decisions. Your decisions affect your future. Everything is connected. You do not need perfection. You do not need six-pack abs. You do not need to become a professional athlete, but you do need discipline. Walk daily. Train your body. Stretch, hydrate, sleep properly, reduce junk food, protect your mental health, manage stress. Because the strongest asset you will ever own is your ability to perform consistently over long periods of time. And burnout destroys potential. Now, here is something most people never realize. Success is deeply connected to vision. If you do not know where you are going, life will distract you endlessly. A person without direction becomes vulnerable to every temptation, every trend, every opinion, and every distraction. Vision creates focus. Successful people think long-term. They ask bigger questions. Who do I want to become? What kind of life do I want? What impact do I want to make? What skills should I build? What kind of people should surround me? What habits will move me forward? Most people drift through life reacting. Successful people design their future intentionally, and this is why mentorship matters. When you spend time around people who think bigger, your own limitations begin to break. Your environment sets the ceiling of your imagination. If everyone around you thinks small, you will unconsciously shrink your goals. But when you enter rooms where excellence is normal, your standards rise automatically. That is why exposure matters. Read books, watch interviews, study successful people, learn from those already achieving what you desire, not to copy them blindly, but to expand your thinking, because your mind cannot pursue what it cannot imagine. Now let's talk about mindset. This may be the hidden force behind every success story you have ever seen. Two people can have the same opportunity and produce completely different outcomes. Why? Mindset. One person sees obstacles. The other sees possibilities. One person quits after failure. The other learns and adapts. One person blames circumstances. The other builds solutions. Mindset determines interpretation. Interpretation determines action. Action determines results. And one of the biggest mindset shifts you must develop is this. Stop seeing failure as proof that you should quit. Failure is feedback. Every successful person failed repeatedly. Businesses failed. Ideas failed. Plans failed. Investments failed. Partnerships failed. But successful people kept adjusting. Most people overestimate how fast success happens, but they underestimate what consistency can create over 5 or 10 years. Success is rarely one dramatic moment. It is usually thousands of disciplined decisions repeated quietly over time. Now, another major key to success is your environment, where you live, where you work, what you see daily, what you consume daily. Environment shapes identity. If your room is chaotic, your mind often becomes chaotic. If your phone is filled with negativity, your emotions become negative. If your life is surrounded by distraction, focus becomes difficult. That is why successful people intentionally build environments that support growth: clean spaces, focused work areas, organized schedules, growth-oriented friendships, learning environments. Even your digital environment matters. What are you watching every day? What are you listening to? Who are you following online? Because your mind is constantly absorbing information, and eventually, you become what you repeatedly consume. Now let's discuss one of the biggest differences between average people and highly successful people: time. Poor thinking asks, how do I pass time? Successful thinking asks, how do I invest time? Time is life, and every day you are either building your future or escaping from it. Most people lose years to distractions: endless scrolling, mindless entertainment, unnecessary drama, pointless arguments, procrastination. Meanwhile, successful people become intentional. They create routines. They schedule priorities. They protect focus. They eliminate distractions. And no, this does not mean becoming a robot. Rest matters, joy matters, family matters, but intentional living matters too. Your schedule reflects your priorities whether you admit it or not. If your dreams matter, your calendar should show it. Now let's talk about conviction, because success tests people. A lot of people can start. Few can continue when things become difficult. Conviction is the ability to keep moving even when results are slow. It is emotional resilience. It is mental toughness. It is long-term thinking. Successful people understand delayed gratification. They plant seeds without demanding instant harvests. They continue learning when nobody applauds. They continue building when nobody notices. They continue improving when results seem invisible. That is where most people quit, and that is why most people never discover what they were capable of becoming. Conviction also means having values, because money amplifies character. If someone lacks discipline before success, success often magnifies chaos. If someone lacks integrity before power, power often exposes it. Real success requires internal strength, not just external achievement. Now we arrive at one of the deepest parts of this entire conversation: spiritual foundation. Every level of success comes with pressure: more responsibility, more temptation, more expectations, more stress, more isolation. And without inner peace, external success can become unbearable. That is why so many wealthy people remain unhappy. Because money can improve comfort, but it cannot automatically create meaning. You need something deeper: faith, purpose, gratitude, humility, stillness, connection to something beyond ego and material success. Whatever your spiritual beliefs may be, never lose your soul chasing success. Stay grounded, stay grateful, stay teachable, because humility protects success from destroying character. And at the end of the day, people rarely remember how expensive your car was. They remember how you treated people, how you made them feel, what impact you left behind. Now, here is the truth most people avoid hearing. Success is not only about becoming rich, it is about becoming capable. Capable of handling pressure, capable of creating value, capable of leading, capable of adapting, capable of solving problems, capable of helping others, capable of staying disciplined when emotions fluctuate. And the beautiful thing is this: success is not reserved for a small group of lucky people. It is built daily, one habit at a time, one decision at a time, one improvement at a time. You do not need to change your entire life overnight. Start small. Wake up earlier. Read 10 pages daily. Exercise consistently. Reduce distractions. Spend time with better influences. Learn valuable skills. Protect your mental health. Develop confidence. Strengthen your discipline. Think long term. And keep going. Because the version of you that you dream about is created through repetition. Not motivation alone. There will be difficult days. There will be setbacks. There will be moments where progress feels invisible. Keep moving anyway, because every powerful transformation begins with invisible growth. And one day, People will call you lucky. They will see the success, but they will not see the sacrifices, the discipline, the loneliness, the consistency, the self-control, the failures you survived quietly, but you will know. And more importantly, you will become someone stronger, wiser, healthier, calmer, and more capable than you once were. That is real success, not just owning more, but becoming more. So before you chase a bigger lifestyle, build a stronger mind. Before you chase status, build character. Before you chase attention, build value. Because sustainable success starts from within. And if you can master yourself, your future becomes limitless. Real richness is not what you own. It is who you become. And your transformation can begin today. Until then, stay focused and more importantly, stay ahead of the game. And see you next time.